Poco X3 Pro, we'll be releasing the leading 4G processor in 2021. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 860. As an 800 series processor, it uses a flagship structure and only a 7nm process. And this prime core has a pretty high 2.96 GHz speed, offering a ton of power. The Snapdragon's 860 comes with the Qualcomm Adreno 640, scored a very high AnTuTu benchmark of around 490,000. Among the 4G chipsets, this is definitely one of the best scores, if not the best. UFS 3.1, which is a standard in high-end flagships these days, but still pretty rare in the mid-range segment, offering a complete flagship performance. The Snapdragon 860, the leading 4G processor, up to 8 gigs of RAM, flagship level, and UFS 3.1 up to 256 gigs, and still kept expandable storage and pushed that to 1 terabyte. We still have a huge battery of 5,160 milliamp, offering easily 2 days battery. So Poco X3 Pro, more performance with flagship 4G processor, flagship 8 gigs RAM option, flagship UFS 3.1 storage, up to 256 gigabyte, that awesome 5,160 milliamp battery with 33 watt fast charging. And of course, we did keep the liquid cooled technology 1.0 plus. Now, the X3 Pro still features a quad camera setup, a 48 megapixel main camera using the Sony IMX582, a 119-degree ultra-wide camera, a macro camera, and a depth sensor. But because we have the Snapdragon 860 AI capabilities, we can capture it not just during the day, but also at night. But most importantly, we do have the video features that's powered by the Snapdragon 860, specifically video clones and dual video. This is Poco X3 Pro's camera, with more software features powered by the Snapdragon 860 and maintaining a quad camera setup from last generation. And now for design. We've also changed a little bit on the X3 Pro. And it's still a flagship level display that features 120 Hz refresh rate and 240 Hz touch sampling rate. On the X3 Pro, we added Corning Gorilla Glass 6, giving flagship level display protection. So to sum it all up, on the X3 Pro's design, we have 3 new colors: Phantom Black, Frost Blue, and Metal Bronze. All 3 looks really good. Anti-fingerprint size to keep it more clean, a massive 6.67-inch dot display that still maintained 120 Hz refresh rate and 240 Hz touch sampling rate. All that protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6 in the front. This is exactly the design and display you need, and more. So we kept some great features from the Poco X3 NFC. Big battery of 5,160 milliamp and 33 watt fast charge, 120 Hz refresh rate and 240 Hz touch sampling rate on a 6.67-inch dot display. The dual speakers, the Z-axis linear motor, NFC, IR blaster, and headphone jack. The features we had in exactly what you need. And when it comes to more, we gave you a 800 series processor, the 860, leading 4G processor, up to 8 GB of RAM, up to 256 internal storage of UFS 3.1, and Corning Gorilla Glass 6 and a quad camera with more software features. This is exactly what you need and more. Price. I believe today we won't disappoint our fans at all. We'll be offering a great price. But for the X3 Pro, for our base variant of 6 GB and 128 GB, we do have an amazing price. We actually have an early bird pricing on the base variant for 199 euros. If we take a look at this chart, Look at the upgrades, then the retail price and the early bird compared to the X3 NFC. Can you see how amazing and crazy this pricing is?